basketball fans. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to 2K Sports to Jeff Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Tonight, we'll be watching against the Philadelphia 76ers. For Philadelphia, over the first half of the season, we've gotten a good sense of what this team is capable of. When they're on, which they have been consistently, they are an excellent unit. Tonight, we'll see DJ do his thing on the hardwood, but apparently he's been doing his thing on the blacktop as well. There are rumors, fellas, that he plays pickup games at a park near his house. You guys ever do anything like that?
Well, wow. I grew up in New York City, Queens.
When you were a pro?
Left rack city. And the temptation of playing in left rack in the back was always there. Because sometimes you don't have the great players, but you get the toughness from there. But I didn't do it because the risk is not worth it anymore.
Well, I'm tempted to go out and play some ball right now. I guarantee you I can still drop 40 and 20, even though the game's only go 21.
But don't you have to win by 2?
Yeah.
What's going on, fellas?
Oh,
what's good,
hey,
Aaron?
DJ. I'm just doing some playoff projections. We are still tracking as favorites right now.
Still tracking his favorites for real?
For real.
Oh, Aaron, enough of this favorite stuff. Right, look, I'll give it to you. Numbers are great when it comes to percentages and what works. But W's don't come from numbers. We still need to perform. So let's just cut out all this chitter-chatter until we actually get it done on the court. You feeling me? Yeah, I think you felt it.
Did Coach just say Schmavery?
He did. It's not a word.
Words are hard.
Yeah, good job. Keep doing what you're doing. That's good.
Play it in your system every night now. Not like life or death. My poetry's deep, I never felt. Not like half man, half amazing. No doubt. Not like life or death. My poetry's deep, I never felt. Not like man, half amazing. No doubt. Not like.
It's an Eastern Conference battle at the BMO Harris Bradley Center in Milwaukee as the Bucks look to work the home court advantage. We're all set to bring you NBA action, and nothing tips off a broadcast.
Well, guys, Giannis Antetokounmpo came to the NBA as an unheralded 19-year-old from Greece. But he's been a quick study at the NBA level. One reason? He actually takes notes. He said, we all make mistakes and your mind can't remember them all. I write what I did wrong and what worked. I'm going to keep it going. Someday, I'll have a collection. That dedication, Kevin, the sky is the limit for the great freak.
Boy, that's fascinating stuff, D.A. Thank you so much. What better way to learn from your mistakes? We're toward the end of the year now. Some clear playoff teams need to choose between playing injured starters, maybe earning a higher seed, or Brent, more importantly, perhaps resting up and being truly healthy for the playoffs. Which is more important? That's a tough one.
I think you have to really start to look at the team, Kevin, and the construct of veteran players versus young players. What kind of experience collectively have they had in the postseason? At some point, if you have a veteran team, the health of your team is most important. You always have faith that whatever you do, on a nightly basis as a veteran team that your game will travel. So I think teams lean on the side of health this time of year.
All right, let's set the floor. Courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. So on the floor for Philadelphia, Colts is out there with B-Train. Then there's Saric. Then there's Ben Simmons. And it's Embiid in at the 5. Here's B-Train. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. On defense, the 76ers. They defeated Charlotte in their last game.
And I know the defense wasn't great, but yet and still, their ability to stay composed was impressive.
Well, it led to a big scoring effort, taking advantage of every weakness. So any possession the defense wasn't aggressive on, they were on the offensive end.
Here's B-Train, guarded by McLemore. Embiid wide open. From out on the wing, he knocks it down.
That's a gorgeous assist. Outstanding at finding his guys in the spots where they want the basketball.
There's a good screen. Brogdon with it. Now guarded by Fultz. Parker's shot is off. And Philadelphia has possession. They lost the last time they faced the Bucks. That one in Milwaukee.
Yeah, guys, they were forcing it a bit in that one and shot a relatively low percentage because of it.
Well, if I put it on a scale, Greg, the aggressiveness was an 8. The shot selection, a 2. Could have been a lot better.
Monroe sets a screen for Parker. Up off the screen. Look at that.
No way.
I mean, just beautiful.
Love how he finishes off drives, Kevin. He is determined to get to the rim.
And the highlight reel replay brought to you by Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment. Excellent work by the talented people in our production truck as well.
I still love the shot selection. The defense wasn't really a factor. You need to be more aggressive guarding the mid-range.
This is it to B-Train. No one near Fultz as he lets it go. Trains the three-pointer.
And how about the quick fire release of Fultz? It is difficult to guard. You know he's thinking about shooting as the pass is coming his way.
Down it goes. Nice one there from Antetokounmpo.
And the guy is capable of so many things like that on the offensive end. Anytime you lose sight of him, he's got a huge advantage.
B-Train passes to Simmons. Saric against Parker. And sticking right at the bucket. And he'll go to the line.
Absolutely fearless. I mean, a nice subtle adjustment there going up against Wynn.
Yeah, this is the feel of a player to use his body to keep the shot from being blocked. Excellent work there.
Antetokounmpo kicks to McLemore. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. And the pass to B-Train. Here's Simmons, and he banks in the layup. Simmons got his first basket.
What an incredible effort from Simmons, using his length so well when he's hitting the ball.
It's Brogdon on the wing. He's coming off a 13-point game against Indiana. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's on Markelle Fultz. Last season, Malcolm Brogdon, one of the bigger surprises out of the rookie class.
Well, Malcolm Brogdon ends up becoming the Rookie of the Year as a second-round draft choice. Amazing to see how comfortable he played through stretches of the Milwaukee Bucks season last year. A good passer, never seemingly getting himself out of control, Kevin. That's some good heady stuff from a rookie.
Bucks trail by 4. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played. Now here's McLemore. Tight defense on him. Pass to Brogdon. Parker kicks to McLemore. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Brogdon. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires.
He has a little bit of trickeration with that one. Gets that one to go against the lip.
Wait, did you just say trickeration, GA? I think it's a size disadvantage there that he was willing to attack, but you have to develop that skill set and have counters.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Milwaukee's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Simmons against Antetokounmpo, and stolen by Simmons. Here's B-Train, rips down the breakaway slam.
How about the activity of Simmons, mucking up passing lanes and making life difficult on the opposition. So good at getting steals.
Parker against Sharich. And that one's good. Parker.
But you got to just be in position, and that time Jabari was deep enough and pretty much game over for the D.
Here's B-Train, and he makes the bucket through contact and gets the whistle too.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
This trip is his second to the free throw line in this one. Bucks trail by 7. Now Brogdon. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game. Fires from the line. That's short off the rim. The 76ers have gone 8 of 12 on field goal attempts so far. And the 76ers tack on 2 more.
Well, he's like a fumbling banker right now, dropping dimes with ease. I like how well he led his teammate on that possession.
Antetokounmpo against Simmons. Screen by Monroe. Antetokounmpo dishes to Monroe. Parker against Sharich. B-Train passes to Embiid. The lead pushed to double digits. Embiid's got 8 points.
Starting to surge here, and we're only in the first quarter.
And I'm loving what I'm seeing, the passion that they're playing with up and down the floor.
Just a moment to look back at how things were last season for this team as we look at the shot breakdown for the 76ers.
And they concentrated a lot on creating open looks from beyond the arc. Player movement, finding space on the perimeter, that was their #1 priority.
Brogdon kicks to Monroe. Now the feed to Parker. And again, unable to change momentum here. The 76ers leading by 11. Passes it to B-Train. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. And the shot goes in from Embiid.
Methodical in their approach. They have absolutely owned this first quarter.
Yeah, you can credit the play calling. Nothing really fancy, just imposing their will on the inside.
Parker outside. Pass to Brogdon. Shot clock at 6. Here's Monroe. Second shot opportunity. And it's Parker again missing. Philadelphia has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Over in the corner, Fultz. B-Train passes to Fultz. Out to Sharich. The pass to B-Train. Ball's knocked loose. Bucks trail by 13. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Up top, Brogdon. Here's Antetokounmpo. Here's Monroe. Shoots over Embiid. Monroe, no good. The 76ers leading by 13. Kicks it to Fultz. It's to B-Train. It's rebounded by McLemore.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Outside, Antetokounmpo. Parker with no one around. Another miss by Parker.
His touch has just been a little bit absent this quarter, and he's missing a ton of shots. When the Bucks ownership changed just a few years back, you could feel that there was a change for the direction of this basketball club, and they're much more focused on building from the draft, taking a lot of young players that have tremendous potential and seeing where they can go. They're doing everything they can to make this a great free agent destination. The new arena will help that.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Thon Maker comes in for Monroe, and it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Malcolm Brogdon. Here's Simmons. Makes a big height bounce and goes in. Simmons got his second basket of the game.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
Timeout called, the Bucks. And with the Bucks in this current ownership approach, you can really see it off the court as well. They've done a great job of reaching out to the community.
I love the investment that they've made in the team. The new downtown arena is coming along. The rebrand looks awesome. I love the new logo and the color scheme that they play with and the court. A lot of attention to the details, and they put together a pretty exciting young roster. That's the most important part.
Milwaukee, no good that time either.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Here's McConnell. No good on the triple. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession. Well, we like to keep you up to date on the fresh talent in the league, so let's check in on the rookie block leaders. Well, you look at B-Train, 5th in the league in patrolling the paint.
And that ability to send shots away at the rim, so highly valued. It takes guts to put yourself in harm's way and contest those finishers.
Here's Antetokounmpo. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. Philadelphia leading by 17. Right block shot. No good for Beachler.
Perfect defense. Contesting without fouling. Exactly what you want to do, especially deep into the paint.
Feeds to Dellavedova. Their offense, stone cold. Another miss there. Pass to McConnell. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot two. Brent, the last team you played for, the Houston Rockets. Your dad, your older brother John, also played for the Rockets. What's this connection between the city of Houston and the Barry family?
I've asked them that same question in Houston, and I even talked to Daryl Morey about putting a Barry graveyard across the street where it is that all three of us, our career had ended. I'd love to see a tombstone over there with Rick, John, and Brent.
Well,
maybe we'll add a few more to it, Kevin.
Well, the way you played there, the way you played your career, and your family played, obviously you've set a standard in the league. But that was an interesting step that you all were there at one time.
I think it's crazy that we all ended in Houston. That's weird.
It is. It is.
3 careers ended.
That's something.
Weird.
There's the pass to Beecher. He kicks to Howard. Here's B-Train. They grab their own miss. Howard tries again. And Maker sends it back. And he gets it back. There's the dish to Reddick. Pass to B-Train. 1:36 left to play here in the first. Boom, he jams it straight down.
And from the opening tip, they just crushed it. You see it now on the scoreboard.
Just incredible flow offensively. Everyone's doing their part. Let's see if they can sustain this early momentum.
And so the ball out of bounds. Howard touched it last. Okafor is checked in for B-Train. The 76ers leading by 6. So on the floor for Philadelphia, we've got Joel Embiid, B-Train out there with Fultz. Then there's Šarić, and it's Simmons in at the 3 spot.
Yeah, his instincts are on display here. Fultz, a really good passer, excels at setting up teammates for easy looks.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, B-Train in the last matchup against the Hornets was outstanding. He had 43 points, and that was just the start of it. He wound up with a triple-double in what was quite a display for him. He racked up big numbers in what was a really good performance. Can he carry it over tonight? We'll see, Kevin.
All right, David, thanks. He lifted his game to an unreal level that night.
Yeah, he showed how dangerous he is when he's at his best. And, man, he'd love to keep that hot streak going here tonight.
Would you guys be surprised if he doesn't keep it going? I mean, the only way to follow up a game like that is with an even better one.
McLemore with the ball, now guarded by B-Train. Dishes it to McLemore. Screen by Monroe. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And one thing you notice with Giannis is just how much better this team is with him on the floor. What he brings on offense and defense is as huge as any player in our league.
And the 76ers making a change here. Miles is checked in. B-Train passes to Miles. There's B-Train guarded by McLemore. No no good on that one. And Milwaukee will come the other way. They defeated Indiana in their last one.
Yeah, terrific performance. Really synced on both sides of the ball.
But particularly on offense, they mixed things up rather well. They scored on all three levels.
Here's Sharp, and slam dunk by Sharp.
Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And to me, this is why they're winning, guys. Unlikely players stepping up huge against a defense that's really nowhere to be found.
Screen by Monroe. There's McLemore. And Joe down. Embiid's got 5 rebounds tonight. B-Train passes to Fultz. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Fultz has got 5 points so far.
The execution on point. Just terrific timing on these passes.
I really like the idea that his teammates are waiting until he's in great spots to finish off the possessions. Everything's working.
Screen by Monroe. Dellavedova kicks to McLemore. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
And he gets it to go.
And right now, the game plan seems to be working.
It looks like this team has finally gotten into the club and found its rhythm, trying their best to pull away.
Dellavedova dishes to Parker. Shoots over Embiid. And that one hits back iron.
And this has been an outstanding display on the boards, and it's a big part of why they have a lead in this game, doing the dirty work down low.
Yeah, that's pretty much a perfect pass, and that's also alliteration.
Bucks trail by 11. It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. He dishes it to Monroe. Back to Antetokounmpo. Will it go? And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Another remarkable thing to me about Giannis is the way that he's improved so quickly and solidified the fundamental part of the game. Giannis didn't grow up playing basketball. We've heard that story before, but jumping from the Greek second division to the NBA, what a gigantic difference of competition, and he's risen to the level.
Malcolm Brogdon's checked in for Matthew Dellavedova.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
There's 1:26 left in the first half. Monroe with a screen on Embiid. And Embiid with the block.
He seems to be forcing just a little bit out there. He needs to play a little calmer, a little smarter, with a little bit more poise if they're going to win this one.
B-Train passes to Embiid. Count that bucket. And with Giannis's background is really something incredible. Very modest beginnings. But Brett, he's put in a lot of work to make sure he's a basketball success.
There are some players, Kevin, who just understand what it takes to be in the NBA, and Giannis is one of them. But what he's done, Kevin, is he's realized his potential. He sees what's out there, and he wants to maximize it all. And every year he's taking a leap, and those leaps seem to be balanced.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
There's B-Train, guarded by McLemore. Miles the pass to B-Train. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
It's contagious. Every guy on the team working to keep this streak alive.
It's so fun when you're rolling like this. You just want it to continue as long as possible. And right now, fingertips are ablaze.
Monroe kicks to Parker. Count it, number 5 from the floor this game. He's now 5 of 11.
Yeah, that's unselfish play there from Greg Monroe, keeping his head up to spot the open man.
B-Train passes to Fultz. We've got 13 seconds left in the first half of the game. Passes it to B-Train. Philadelphia moving the ball around. The timely screen gave him a step, and he took it all the way. 19 points for Joel Embiid. Embiid with the steal. B-Train. He's off on that one. And so it's Philadelphia. 13 points up at the end of the period. They've kept the tempo quick and the defense on its heels. And it's gotten them up big. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Hey, Kevin. Fast start. Already have a double-double in the first half. So do you think the defense is going to start to focus on you more in the second?
You know, if they do, then I'll just make sure to keep the ball hopping around. I mean, we have so many great players on this team that if you give one of us too much attention, the other four will just eat you alive. And, you know, if they want to focus on me the rest of the way, then by all means, you know, I'll invite it. But, you know, I know my teammates have my back.
You got it going. Maybe your teammates can pick you up in a second.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3. Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game. What a game we're seeing from B-Train.
And how about that? Already through 2 quarters and some change. He's got a double-double.
Well, it's an impressive performance thus far, but it goes beyond just his ability. Right now, he's just simply outworking the opponent.
Parker is the 4 with Monroe in the middle. Brogdon out there with Ben McLemore, and it's Antetokounmpo in at the 3 slot. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Jason Kidd.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Monroe dishes to Antetokounmpo, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Hey, Brett, we know that speed is at a premium these days, but so are analytics. Talk about some of the guys who are both quick and extremely efficient.
I think about a couple guys at the point guard position, because that's normally, you say quick, that's where your head goes, Kevin. So Isaiah Thomas is one of those guys that is just a blur. Once he crosses half court, he's going to counterpunch you in some way. And then Steph Curry in Golden State, you have to come out to 30 feet to guard what Steph's going to do. But there are also guys who are deceptive with their quickness, and the way that C.J. McCollum manipulates a pick and roll set and gets himself into the mid-range. Those guys are pretty good at what they do, exercising that quickness along with efficiency.
And defensively, this is the opposite of how you want to start the second half.
Yeah, it's like 4 teenagers at home over the summer, just not enough activity. You've gotten your rest. It's time to man up.
A chance here to get a quick injury report. Now an update on Ben Simmons from David Aldridge. David, what'd you find out?
Kevin caught up with the head athletic trainer for the 76ers. He said he turned his ankle, and it is definitely starting to swell up. And, of course, that would be a brutal loss for this team if he misses any time, as they're getting ready for the end of the season. Kevin?
Appreciate that, D.A. Well, it's never easy for a player to go through what he's experiencing, Greg, right now.
But it is something that happens to almost every player. He's strong enough mentally to get through it. This we know.
Sometimes off the court, you work harder than you do preparing for a regular game. He'll get himself ready to go. Look forward to when he gets back on the court.
And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play. And the 76ers making a change here. Simmons is checked in.
Well, Greg Monroe is pretty good down there in the paint, but he's got to work on becoming a lockdown defender on the interior.
Screen by Sharch. Here's Fultz. Kept alive. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
The 76ers have gone a perfect 7 of 7 from the line tonight. The Bucks making a switch here. Makers checked in. Bucks trail by 14. Antetokounmpo kicks to Parker. Antetokounmpo passes to Maker. Back to Antetokounmpo. Maker with a screen for Antetokounmpo. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
And you know what? You can't get a better screen beautifully, but he just fails to capitalize.
Oh, man, he'd love to have that one back. He just does everything right, but doesn't get the finish.
Inside, and that one's good. Brogdon's got 8.
Incredible that Antetokounmpo has grown the way he has as a leader for the ball club. He wants to make his teammates better, and you can see that with the way he passes the ball.
Here's P-Train, and he converts the layup.
Up by a bunch. He's still pushing the action, trying to impose his will.
Well, collectively, they've done it tonight here. A passionate performance from the squad.
Timeout called the Bucks. It is strange to think that some of the players that Jason Kidd coaches on this team might have been too young to see how good he was when he played.
Well, Giannis is a prime example. Last season, Giannis was benched by Kidd, and then he looked up Kidd's credentials, and he said, wow, Rookie of the Year, never lost in the Olympics, won the finals, and is an NBA champion. That's right, Giannis. Sometimes looking things up in the internet can be beneficial.
Maker misses. The 76ers leading by 14. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. It's on Thon Maker. The 76ers have shot the ball well from the free throw line, 8 of 9. Saric nails them both. Such an adjustment for young players drafted into the NBA, managing money, being accountable to your teammates, to the many things that tug and pull on you. Brent, can the league do anything more to help them through this sometimes uncomfortable process?
I think the league does a great job, Kevin, of addressing these things, not only the NBA, but certainly the Players Association in terms of educating the players. To me, Kevin, as an ex-player, though, the biggest responsibility falls on the veteran players of that team to take a young player under their wing, to watch what it is that they're doing socially, and to make sure that they set them up for success off the court.
J.J. Redick's checked in for Philadelphia.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
And here is Brogdon. 8 points for him. Antetokounmpo kicks to Snell. And there's a whistle that goes on B-Train. That's foul number 2 for him.
And now only one away from being in the penalty.
Pass to Brogdon. Over McConnell. And the Bucks miss again. Philadelphia leading by 16. Simmons passes to B-Train. He feeds it to Redick. 76ers moving the ball around. 6 on the shot clock. Fires for 3. And the 76ers get it back. He can't get that one to fall. Milwaukee's gotten the three-point bug tonight. They've taken 15 shots outside the arc. 6 of 15. And there's the feed to Snell. And the shot no good, a bit short.
And something we always talk about, though, shot selection.
Well, being aggressive is one thing, but aggression with control is another, and you need both elements working together.
Oh, and how about squeezing the orange as tight as he could there before the stuff?
Yeah, no way he's going to lose that thing on the way up. To the paint, it's tipped. And it's out of bounds. The Bucks able to retain possession here. And a look here at the scoring trend over the last several months for Middleton.
Look, sometimes you go up, sometimes down, and the trend has been on the downward side in terms of his average points per game. And a variety of factors can be the culprit. And a lot of times you focus on the efficiency more than just pure point output.
B-Train, and he dunks it down.
He's just so efficient, getting his points within the flow of the offense. Great recipe for success.
Bucks trail by 18. Now, here's Brogdon. He's got 10. It's good. That's 12 points for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, tough to deal with Giannis in there. If he extends with the basketball, nobody's touching that.
B-Train passes to Howard, and the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Brogdon against Simmons. Brogdon kicks to Maker. Shoots from the elbow. And the rebound goes to Howard. Howard's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's B-Train. He dents the rim with a 2-handed slam. Wow.
Yeah, Redick more than happy to get off the ball that time and spot the open man.
Milwaukee's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Down low, Howard with the steal. Here's B-Train. 26 points for him. Back to McConnell. Screen by Howard. And the pass to B-Train. Shot clock at 5. The tray. And the 76ers get it back.
And I just love how he's banging down low. His hard work will let them use some more of the clock here.
Here's Howard, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Howard's got 10 points in the game.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
And Dwight Howard, the first pick overall in the 2004 draft. At his peak, he won the Defensive Player of the Year award in 3 consecutive seasons. And Brent, he's the only one.
I think you have to at some point just realize what it is that Dwight Howard has been for the length of his career. A lot of people had tremendous expectations that he was going to dominate offensively. It's just not been the case. He has led the league in rebounding 6 times. He's been an 8-time All-Star and will probably end up being in the Hall of Fame. Well, Tony Snell getting a chance to play as a consistent starter last season. Again, a classic guy at the 2-guard spot where you want him to defend and hit some threes, and he made the most of his chance last year with the Milwaukee Bucks.
Wells is checked in for T.J. McConnell. Wells' shot is good.
And Wells really has a firm grasp on that mid-range area of the floor, capable of hitting these shots in bunches.
Brogdon the pass to Antetokounmpo. And there's the call on Howard. That's his 3rd foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2. And the first one drops.
And Antetokounmpo, also known as the Greek Freak, he's a very exciting player, continues to improve, and does a little bit of everything on a nightly basis.
The 76ers leading by 18. Kicks it to Wells. Over onto Antetokounmpo. Doesn't go that time. And for Snell, with his usage and minutes going up, he responded with better efficiency as a player.
He was much better from deep and from the floor overall last year, Kevin, settling into the role as the off guard for the Bucks, and he just looked much more comfortable shooting the 3. And there might as well have been no guy up on the pick. Nothing happened there. Can't be surprised at the results.
Here's B-Train. He's got 26. And a shot by Wells, no good. Reddick against Brogdon. Goes up again, and he lays it up and in. Brogdon's got 6 points in the quarter.
His hard work on the backboard really just has given them more opportunities to score.
Here's B-Train. With an average of around 19.5 points a game, his scoring has been a constant for them. Antetokounmpo dishes to Henson. And yep, that's going to be a flagrant foul. Unnecessary contact.
And Kevin, I got to tell you, he's probably fortunate to just get a flagrant 1 there. I mean, so much contact. The officials easily could have gone even harder on him.
Greg, I agree. He better be on his best behavior from now on. One more flagrant of any variety, and he's out of here.
Whether as a starter or a defensive asset off the bench, Henson's willing to play whatever role the team needs him to.
Milwaukee making a switch here. Monroe's checked in. Brogdon kicks to Monroe. In the corner, Snell with it. Shot from the wing. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Howard's got rebound number 8 now on the night. B-Train. Rebound, Milwaukee.
Wonderful defense, staying active around the rim and then really putting the shooter in a tough spot.
Brogdon against Reddick. A rebound by B-Train. The 76ers leading by 16. And the wide open shot from Reddick. Shot goes down. Very quick possession right there.
One of the best at moving without the ball. Catch and shoot opportunity for J.J. Reddick.
In the corner, it's Maker. Jacks up a 3. Rebounded by B-Train. B-Train's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight.
1 made 3 for him for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
And they're leaning on the mid-range right now. That's 6 of their last 10 from that area.
Antetokounmpo passes to Monroe. Antetokounmpo dishes to Snell. There's the pick. Back to Antetokounmpo. Tries a 3. Milwaukee with a fresh 24. There's Maker. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot. Maker's got 4 points now in the quarter. B-Train passes to Howard, and it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
In the corner, it's Maker. Launches it. And the rebound goes to Howard. Howard's got 9 rebounds now tonight. Feeds it to Reddick. Pass to B-Train. There's 37 seconds left in the third quarter of the game.
Howard establishing some confidence now down low. Just get him the ball and let him take care of business.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. No good on that. A different look for Milwaukee. Jabari Parker's checked in for Thon Maker. And McLemore comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Malcolm Brogdon. Then for the 76ers, Joel Embiid. He's checked in for Howard. Saric comes in for Simmons. And it's Fulton for J.J. Redick.
Yeah, the onslaught continues. He's been unstoppable now for a couple of nights.
Well, a tip of the cap to the coaching staff here. They're recognizing how well he's playing, so the game plan has been built around it.
Screen by Parker to the wing on the left. From deep, McLemore. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Dellavedova. Dellavedova's got 4 assists in the game. And so it's Philadelphia closing out the quarter with a 20-point lead. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. Back to the action after this word. A chance to talking to his team moments ago.
We're not talking to each other. Offensively or defensively, let's talk.
And Coach Jason Kidd citing one of the things that can happen over the course of an evening, a breakdown in communication.
And the problem is, even in a league of superstars, this is ultimately a team game. You have to work together to succeed.
Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. Taking a look at the 76ers. Wells is out there with Fultz. And there's B-Train. Then it's Joel Embiid. And it's Saric in at the 4-man position. And the shot by Wells, no good.
He's been a little bit disappointing in this game. However, his team has his back. They need a little bit more help from him.
Here's B-Train, and that one is hammered home.
He just powered that one down.
One of the game's top dunkers. Bucks trail by 19. Dellavedova kicks to Monroe. Back to Dellavedova. Bucks passing it around. From deep, McLemore, and another 3 for Milwaukee.
Well, a big reason why Dellavedova is out there is because he can see who's available.
Embiid in the corner. Saric outside. B-Train passes to Saric. Here's B-Train. Saric has the open look, and the 76ers tack on 2 more.
Coaching staff high-fiving themselves there, watching that team move the ball around, doing whatever is best for the team.
For Milwaukee, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. In the corner, it's McLemore. No good from outside. Philadelphia leading by 18. Here's Fultz. And again, it's Philadelphia.
And the jump shot has been a dimension of this game where they've had a clear advantage.
Dellavedova dishes to Monroe. He kicks it to McLemore. A 3-pointer off the mark.
Well, even though he missed, you like seeing him taking that kind of shot. The defense must be better.
Now the dish to Fultz. Stolen by Dellavedova. Passes it to Parker. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Dellavedova. And that's 12 points for Jabari Parker.
And those close-range shots are what you want him taking. They always have a great chance of falling.
The basket counts, and 1. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play.
they're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Giannis Antetokounmpo's checked in for Tony Snell, and Brogdon subbed in for Matthew Dellavedova. And Monroe kicks to Parker. And he's fouled on the shot. One free throw coming up.
How about that? Parker taking the contact and still connecting on the tough field goal attempt. That's some strength.
And Greg, when Jabari Parker is healthy, he has shown that he can be a go-to scorer in this league.
Parker reminds me a bit of how Carmelo Anthony looked at the same age. His ability to just blow by defenders is going to always be something he can lean on. Just fantastic with how efficient he is at this age.
Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. Pass to Brogdon. Monroe outside. He can't get it to go. And Philadelphia the other way now. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. It's off to Charlotte for them after this game as they take on the Hornets. That'll be the second on the road in the midst of this long 4-game road stand. There's the pass to Brogdon. Screened by Parker. It's Brogdon on the wing. 6 to shoot. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. Over the past couple years, Brent, we've seen coaches like Steve Kerr and Brad Stevens take more of an even-tempered approach. Could that become a coaching trend going forward?
Well, I like that both Steve and Brad have some very good players. That would keep me calm too, Kevin.
Yes, it would. You begin right there. I agree.
Yeah, I think we're seeing a shift in what it is that the generation of the younger players has grown up with. And coaches that have the ability to communicate always, Kevin, are going to come out on top. They get their message through, they keep their team positive, and they keep their environment pointed in the direction that is moving forward.
Excellent. Monroe on the double team. Embiid. Here's Fultz. Here's George. Here's Embiid. The putback, and Embiid is right there.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Milwaukee has gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Antetokounmpo passes to Monroe. Gets the bucket and the foul. He's ran, and so he's picked up his final foul, and he will sit for the rest of this game.
And guys, this is where their depth really comes into play. They've got such talent at that position. They'd love to have him out there, but they won't suffer much of a drop-off.
So it's Philadelphia winning this one easily. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
And that's exactly right. But with the way they control the game and just the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And that's going to do it today, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Brett Berry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you later.
Hey, DJ.
Hey.
Great game out there. Look, Shaq and the guys want to talk to you in the studio.
Really?
So stand, right this way.
Oh,
Stand here,
okay.
and we'll get you set up. Perfect.
That's good.
What's up? It's the Jet. Hey, man, a triple-double? Now, not many players in this league can do that, so congrats. Do you think that's something you could do more often?
You know, some people might think so, Kenny, but I seriously doubt that.
I am sure that I can help my team get wins every night. And, quite often that doesn't translate on the stat sheet. I believe that as soon as you start chasing the numbers, you lose sight of what the real goal is. And that is getting this team in a position to win an NBA title.
I love it. You got it in the flow of the game. Continue the good work.
Thank you. I'm focused, Kenny.
DJ, we've seen you play above the rim before, but tonight was ridiculous. Did you just decide that you were going to grab every rebound tonight?
Thank you, man. It did kind of seem like that, didn't it? No, I play hard on every play. I want every block, every board, every steal that I can, anything that I can do to help the team get that W. I got lucky. I got some lucky bounce backs tonight, but the guys, they did a really good job of boxing out the other team so that I could get the rebounds. And it resulted in the win tonight. I mean, overall, it was just a great team win, though.